Well, how you doing? I'm hoping that a few of you will join me, but I'm really praying that this video gets forwarded to somebody that was here in Las Vegas doing the massive shooting. I'm exhausted, but I made a commitment to myself to remind you that it's 25 days until there's no more help. Maybe you feel as though I didn't get shot, I didn't get hurt that bad, my shoulder is feeling better, my ankle is feeling better. That's not the point. The point is, victims of crime is available and they are here to help you. You may be okay today, but you may not be okay a year from now or 2 years from now. So, this is really what I want to stress. I've got my ice pack on. My ankle is killing me. My shoulder is killing me. But those are my issues that I'm dealing with. It's a part of recovering from October 1 as we approach our 1 year anniversary. What's important to me and my prayer is that you see this video and you send it through your database. There was over 22,000 people there. I cannot reach out to 22,000 people, but with your help and your commitment, I could reach out to 22,000 people to let them know you have 25 days remaining to open up a file and get a case number. So I really want to talk about that, and I want to stress the importance of doing it and why you should do it. So, say if you were at the concert, you were helping a friend, vendor out. I know you don't want to sue your girlfriend. Maybe she was selling hats or buckles, or you were working at the hot dog stand, whatever, but everybody had insurance. So, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about victims of crime, where you can email them, you can call them, and I'm going to number again. I'm prepared to give you the number, and then I'm going to take myself a nap and rest. I'm only good about 3 to 4 hours a day. This morning, I chopped up some peaches and a banana, and I actually sat outside in the park today, which that is huge for me. So if you've been following me up under Why Not Me, October 1, it took almost 10 months for me to sit out in the park and try to get my life back. It's hard. I can't hold this phone, so I'm trying to balance it off my legs here. Um, it's hard to move forward when you still have pending surgeries and you're still going back and forth dealing with paperwork. So I'm really new at the YouTube thing. I'm just as transparent. I'm just as real. I don't know if this thing pops up and you may have some questions and I be maybe be able to answer it. But my email is Shey, Shey, last name Johnson, at cox.net. Maybe you feel uncomfortable calling victims of crime and asking a question. You might want to ask me first and then see what my thoughts are and then call. I'm telling you, I'm a name drop big time. Rebecca is, I believe, the office manager over there, and she is just totally awesome. Now, maybe you say, well, Shay, I called over there when all this went down. Well, I called too. And it was a hot mess. It was chaos. We get it. We weren't ready. The phone lines were busy, busy, busy. You couldn't get through. If you went over there, you probably stood in line 3 or 4 hours and you were like, what the heck? I'm not gonna do this. I'm gonna go home and put an ice pack on my leg and maybe put an ice bandage. You're gonna be first aid to yourself. Rub yourself down with some alcohol. I get all of that because sometimes we can be impatient with ourselves. But what I'm talking about now is making sure that you are protected in the future. So some of you may went to the concert Friday and Saturday, and then I'm so uncomfortable, and I'm in my recliner. And then you gave, I'm not trying to have all this in front of you either, but then you gave your concert tickets away to someone that went, this is my ice pack, that went to the concert on Sunday. You might be feeling guilty about that. That you bought the tickets, you had a good time Friday and Saturday, you didn't want to go back on Sunday, so you gave your tickets away, and it is what it is. The incident took place. We didn't know about it. So that's a guilt. Could be a guilt. You could feel guilty about that. Or maybe you were going to go and husband, wife, partner, girlfriend, boyfriend, your children, whatever the situation is, a couple. And you decided not to go and they went. Do you feel as though if you went, you could have done something better? Do you feel as though you went, maybe perhaps you could have saved their life? All those things go through your head. Some things still go through my head because I wonder, I was trying to move the barricade. What if I could have just moved the barricade so more people could have slid up underneath the stage? But I found out a couple weeks ago by going to Elvis Monroe concert and being there with Brian. I immediately went to the barricades and I tried to lift the barricade, and my upper body is really, really weak, so I couldn't move the barricade then. But my point is, it took me 10 months to deal with that, to realize that there was nothing else more that I could have done to help. I couldn't take the barricade to loose on October the 1. I couldn't take the barricade to loose in August. So now I am at peace with that. However, I'm still angry. I know the anniversary is approaching. I don't even want to be in Vegas, but being unemployed, there's not too many options I have. But I do have a lot of friends. So if you are one of my friends and you have a timeshare and you want me to use it for 2 days, I would love to use a timeshare September the 30th? Is it 30 days in September? And October the 1st, I would just love to be in a timeshare, laying in a pool, laying in a jacuzzi, not even thinking about October 1. I'm going to go next week to the Healing Garden and take some carnations. So if you have lost a loved one, please know that I will be visiting every tree at the Healing Garden and placing an orange carnation as my love. I've made 58 rocks. The orange rocks, this says Route 91, Shey on them, Lishey with a little glitter. Those are the rocks that I made. And then on the trees, there's like a ribbon, an orange ribbon. Those were the ribbons that I placed on all of the trees. So know that just because you're not here and you lost a loved one, that there's still people here in Las Vegas that are visiting the Healing Garden and is praying for you, for your strength. We don't understand. We will never understand why. They've closed the case. They're moving on. It's hard to move on. I am scheduled to have surgery on Friday, but I'm not excited because I've been in the same situation twice where I was scheduled to have surgery and it was canceled. So uh, I'm just praying that it goes through. But I will be keeping you abreast of what's happening with that. The message today is 24 more days. I don't want you to be thinking about right now. I don't want you to be thinking about the anniversary. I want you to be thinking about 2019, 2020 is where I want you to be thinking right now. So if you open up a claim with victims of crime and you find yourself needing counseling a year from now, 2 years from now, it's going to be available for you. Do not let your pride get in the way of being healed and getting some help. I had 5 therapists. I couldn't stand me some days. 5 different therapists because they all touched me in different kind of ways. And I would talk to all of them about different things because I had so much to talk about that I felt like I was overloading one therapist. And I would talk to another therapist about this, another therapist about my family, another therapist about my job, another therapist about my friends, another therapist why I just don't want to deal with people, another psychiatrist why I just don't want to go out of my house. So you can talk to them about all whatever you want to talk about. They get paid to listen to you and make a couple of suggestions to you. Now, let me tell you, at the very beginning, they used to tell me, sit outside, just enjoy the weather. And I would be looking at them like they're crazy, saying, you sit outside and you enjoy the weather. I want to sit on my couch. I want to take a pain pill. I want to zone out. I don't want to get out of my bed. I don't even feel like brushing my teeth. And I don't feel like watching TV. And I don't want to answer my cell phone. So look, lady, I'm not sitting outside. And it's 100 degrees. You go sit outside. So on top of healing, I'm going through all of that. So I found my comfort in taking medication and just smiling. Um, people will see you on the streets or whatever. How you doing? I'm all right, because I'm always just low key. I'm all right. But no one had actually asked me, Shey, what happened to you? Because I can't tell you what happened to me in an hour. I can't tell you what happened to me in 2 hours. I can tell you my story in about 4 hours or what happened. From that day, that moment, about 10 o'clock to 1 o'clock, so 10, 11, 12, 1. I can tell you everything that pretty much happened in 3 hours, but I can't tell you how I got to the hospital. I don't remember that. But at this point, it doesn't even matter because we don't know what the triggers are going to be for us for October 1. And it's so beautiful that the city's going to dim the lights. Isn't that beautiful? But my thought process is who's helping survivors? If you were not able to go back to work, would you be on unemployment? Probably not because you're not looking for a job. You're trying to get yourself together. SSI, disability, going through all of that, that's a full-time job by itself, just dealing with all the paperwork. So I feel you. There is not a lot of paperwork dealing with victims of crime. There's like 3 or 4 questions. You threw your concert ticket away because you were upset. Maybe you threw your parking pass away. Maybe you were upset. I get it. I didn't throw any of my things away. I put everything in a shuttle box because I figured one day I'm going to have grandchildren and I want to be able to share my story with my grandchildren and how this individual made me feel, how this individual, Stephen, took my power from me. And you always hear, "Ooh, you just so strong. Strong black woman." What does that mean? because I hurt. I'm an emotional person. I bleed. I have tears. What does that mean? I don't want to hold all of that negative and that toxin stuff. I want to talk it out and get it out. Share my story with the world so maybe it can help you. Because the way that I was brought up, everything happens in this house, stays in this house. Girl, you don't need counseling. God is good. You're going to get yourself together. Let me tell you something. If you have the opportunity for free counseling, take advantage. So I'm going to give you the number because that's the purpose of this video, is for me to remind you to call victims of crime. And I know sometimes you're at work, you can't be on your cell phone, you don't want people in your business because people's nosy is all outdoors. You may not have a computer at home. You may not be able to get to the library. And for those of us that worked and we worked part-time, one with a $9, $10, $11 job, that we were getting an hour. So that wasn't no money we were making. We really wanted to be at the concert because we enjoyed what it is that we do. And that's hospitality and taking care of our tourism, our guests, our clients that was coming to Nevada to have a great time. It's all about hospitality. Gaming. Now we've got sports. Now we got the Raiders. Everybody's looking forward to coming to Las Vegas. But Las Vegas needs to take care of its own. I was an employee working, and Las Vegas needs to take care of me and other employees that was working. I'm not intimidated. I'm not afraid. And I'm going to let my voice be the voice for others that's afraid to open up their mouth, because that's not what I am. Not afraid about that. So victims of crime, I want to make sure you have a pen and you have a piece of paper. And the telephone number is area code 702-486-2740. The number again is 702-486-2740. And that's for victims of crime. So let me tell you what they take care of. Any hospital bills. Say if you were here in Vegas, you flew home, then you had to take an ambulance, or you had to go to the hospital, or you wanted to go see your own doctor and you had a copay. Victims of crime will reimburse you for that. Why not get your money back? You came here to have a great time. Get your money back. They will reimburse you. Any medical or dental. Heaven forbid one of your teeth. I didn't have a tooth knocked out. That's a gap right here. That's my gap. They've been trying to close my gap for over 50-something years, but I'm leaving my gap. So, if you had a tooth knocked out, if you lost your glasses, victims of crime, they will repair that. People lost shoes, lost your purse, all that stuff. Contact victims of crime. Okay. Lost wages, income, you missed 1 or 2 days off of work. You couldn't get a flight out because that was crazy. They take care of that. Remember, the burden of proof is on you. So if you were scheduled to fly out on Monday, you couldn't fly out on Monday, you end up going out on Wednesday, that's an inconvenience. They will reimburse you. And then what about loss of support for dependent? What if it's you and it was your child or it was your loved one that was here? You're still a victim. You may have not been here, but you're still a victim. You're still a part. You're still a part of the event. And then emergency shelter. What if you were here? You were going to catch a red-eye flight, or you missed your flight for whatever reason. You had to go stay in a hotel for a couple of days. The shelter. Emergency shelter. They will reimburse you as well. So I'm reading everything off this little sheet of paper. So it's no secret. It's all online. And I'm hoping that you share this video to some of your friends, because somebody is going to know somebody that was at that concert that do not have this information. We can share all the bad stuff and all the gossip, but when it comes to getting somebody some help and giving them some valid resources where they can help themselves through therapy, we just don't pass that information on. It's ridiculous. It really makes me upset, but I'm trying to be cool and get this information out to you the best way that I can. So copays, when you went to the doctor, you went to urgent care, whatever, you had a copay. Find your receipt, get it off the credit card, send it in so that you can get reimbursed. I know you can use a few dollars back, because I know I can. I haven't had any money, so if you want to send me a donation, I would gladly take it. I sit up here every month trying to figure out how I'm going to pay Peter and pay Paul and not be put out of my house every month. Um, and then medical supplies. Did you have to buy anything? Did you go to CVS and say, the hospitals are on lockdown, I'm going to go get a first aid kit or whatever? They'll reimburse you. Did you have to do anything like get a wheelchair? Any medical supplies, any medical equipment? They will reimburse you. Child care costs. What if you came up here for the weekend, you and your boo, you were here for 3 days having a great time, and you paid for a babysitter back home? What if you couldn't get back home? You still have to take care of the person that took care of your child. Explain that and get reimbursed. Vision. What if I lost my eyeglasses, and believe it or not, I didn't even know I lost my eyeglasses until 9 months later. 9 months. I did not remember that I lost my glasses that night up underneath the bleachers. And someone found my phone. 3 weeks later, they mailed me my cell phone. So, Brian, if you by chance seen this YouTube video, thank you for returning my cell phone to me. And thank you for letting my parents know that you found my phone. And God bless you. I hope that you are doing better as well. Home health care. I can't even lift my left shoulder arm up over my head. That's why I'm trying to keep my hair in braids and have somebody come over and kind of help me out. You know, the first 3 months, I didn't even want to bathe. Kept all the lights on in my home, and I washed up in the kitchen sink. I'm telling you my story, so maybe you can relate. By me sharing, I'm hoping that I'm helping you. But some people don't want to talk about it. They just want to forget about it. Just act like the shit didn't happen. Well, it did happen. And now we are trying to recuperate, recover from it, take our power back. The things that Stephen took from us in one night, we're working on getting those things back. I'm working on it, and I hope that you are working on it, and you're working on it with your family. This is why you need counseling. Because, see, sometimes your family, they don't want to talk about it. They want to talk about it all the time. But us, for survivors, we talk about it every day. Every day. Let's see, home health care and then prescriptions. So, say if you went home, you went to the hospital, you had to have surgery. I think they handle, don't quote me, 3 months or 6 months of your prescriptions. So, if you're having to pay copay or paying for the medicine, call victims of crime. Let's see. Now what they cannot pay for, so I might as well cover that. damage, pain, and suffering, any expenses by the insurance company because I had damage to my car, a $600 damage to my car. Who fixes that? So I would have to do an insurance claim on my own car for $500. And any expenses not directly related to the crime, they won't take care of. And any property damage. Like I said, my car was damaged. I wrote a letter to Ford to say, hey, I'm a survivor of Route 91. I've got about $500, some scratches and stuff on my car. Would you be willing to fix it for free? It's $500. You know you overcharged me on my car anyway. I haven't heard back from them. But anyway, if there's somebody that you have a contact at Ford, please call me. 702 228 7784. I would like to get the scratches fixed or, painted from the damages done to my car doing Route 91. 702 228 7784. I bought my car at Ford Country in Henderson. Call them. Go give them a check, $500. I would gladly take my car over there and get the repairs, and I'll be forever grateful. Every time I look at the scratches on my car, I think about Route 91. So I think I've covered everything within 30 minutes. The number again, 702 486 2740. Let me see if there is an email on this slip. Email www.v as in Victor, O as in Oscar, C as in Charlie, .nv for Nevada.gov. We don't care where you live. We, meaning victims of crime. If you were here, you have a case. If you were here with your girlfriends, you left your children at home, teenagers, however they are, and you're I'm going to end it here because the phones keep cutting off. So go online, www.voc.nv.gov, or call 702-486-2740. You have 25 days remaining. You are protecting yourself from a year from now, 2 years from now, 3 years from now. You're going to file a case for everybody in your household. If you were here with your girlfriends, your husband was at home with your kids, the whole family needs to be in counseling. God bless you. God bless you. Thank you for tuning in. Now I just have to figure out how to cut it off.